Hello, happy full moon in Libra. Libra is all about relationships, and I actually made a video earlier last month about how the astrology is affecting my relationships. And yeah, this is just another one of those moments. I really am looking back at all of March. I decided that I was going to post a video um each day during the month of March. And I didn't do that. I didn't really succeed at posting every single day, but I was definitely a lot more consistent in posting than I have been in quite a while. So I did accomplish that, and I'm really proud of that. So my relationship between me and how often I post on YouTube has been affected by this, this wave, this energetic wave that I have felt. All of these different relationships get picked up on, and it's all kind of coming down in this way, and I'm processing it, and I'm coming out of the other side of it, and like now I have like a different point of view. And like while I was going through it, I could not recognize it, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that does, but I was thinking about my relationship with my husband. This has actually been something that has been so challenging for me, and I think I've realized that I've put first of all, I've put so many relationships up on pedestals. And in particular, my marriage, I have put that up on a pedestal, and my husband. And when I say that, I mean, like, to me, that was the most important relationship to have in my life. And if that one was not going well, then nothing else mattered. And yeah, so I've really been questioning that. I've really been looking at myself and like recognizing that about myself. And I've had to strip back different layers of it, because it went from me. I can't tell you how many times where I'm like, I guess this is just not going to work. Like I was like, like we tried. um and man, and we just kept taking it one step at a time, pushing forward. And part of the issue is recognizing where I'm the one that's contributing to it too. I've also been thinking about relationships with friends, what it means to be a friend, what it means to be a good friend. I have had people in my life that I've known for so many years, and there are some people that I've met in like different seasons of my life, and some of those people stayed along for the ride, and then other people have gone and left, or we lost touch or whatever, for who knows how many different reasons. And so I've been thinking, how do I show up better? And part of it is the actual showing up. And let me tell you, at the beginning of March, I was like, I really struggled with it. I was telling myself, I want to be in these spaces with these people. I want to be around like-minded people. And part of that is that I actually have to put myself in those spaces. They're not just gonna, like, what, is someone gonna come up to my front door? I don't want that either, like I need to go to find those spaces and put myself in them. So I had to take responsibility for my part. It's another thing I've been like asking for and telling myself is like, I want to have these aligned relationships. And so what that looks like is, throughout March, I signed up to be in different containers, because I really like to be, well, first of all, I know that those are investments that I'm making in myself, and um, that is something that is so important to me. And in the sense that it helps me become a better person, and it helps me understand myself. And, you know, there people I guess, like, I realized I used to have judgments about, like, what it was I was spending my money on. Like, some things were more worthy or deserved more than others, you know? Like, I have no problem with the gym. My husband goes to the gym all the time. I know lots of people that, you know, are gym rats and love to get their workout on, and good for them for doing it in that way. Like, but I'm not gonna spend money on a gym. Like, to me, that's not a good use of money, because I just don't like the environment, so I'm not going to spend my money doing that. Sorry, where am I going with this? Okay, so we're talking about relationships. Being in containers that I know I need to put myself in, because okay, no, that is a good question. That is a good thing that I'm trying to tie together. So, part of these containers that I have put myself in, there was one day where I had two Zoom calls. The first one was this workshop that was kind of about writing. And y'all know, well, no, maybe y'all don't know. In 2023, I was part of this Write It Real experiment, and it totally, completely changed my life. And just through pen, paper, and intention. Like, seriously. That's why I came back to YouTube. That's why I started putting myself out there. That's why I started doing, like, all of these things that were so much more aligned to, like, the person I'm trying to become, instead of just going back to the usual. It was when I, you know, after doing all that writing, that's when I decided to, like, leave my job in the warehouse, you know. And so now and that's how I got the social media gig. And so it's like, it helped me really just connect with myself in this different way and understand myself. And I started, you know, really developing my spiritual practice in a different way too. But anyways, sorry, tangent. This is how it is, y'all. This is my brain all the time. That first call, you know, I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling like, it's like an audio group that we're a part of, and then we had this workshop, and, like, I've not really been feeling like the audio bits. And so, but I paid for it, so I was like, oh, I'm still gonna go. And so I went to the call, and even on the call, I didn't even get on camera. Like, I was just like, I don't even, what am I doing? I was multitasking. Like, I so clearly did not want to be there. And yeah, so it was really uncomfortable. And then, like, the rest of the day, I was just like, oh, I'm so tired. I have another call this evening. I'm so tired. You know, that really drained my energy, blah, blah, blah. And you know, kind of forcing myself to go through the day. And then when the call comes for the evening, I was like so close to not going. I did, and as soon as, like, I got on, it was like a light switch turned on, and I was like instantly lit up and was like, oh, I want to be here. This is where I'm supposed to be. And so I'm thinking about that relationship too. The relationship between the things that are very much aligned with who I am now, instead of clinging on to this other thing that I feel like I should do. And I think it's because I had that relationship in 2023, you know, with this person. And so I'm like, I guess I was holding her on this pedestal, you know, and also being like, well, you helped change my life so much, and I need to have that change again. So let's do this again. And, you know, she's in a very different place. I'm in a very different place. And it was like I kept going back, trying to, like, make something come out of this, but it's already, like, run its course. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, relationships change over time, and that's okay. And yeah, I feel like this is so rambly, but I think I don't know. I guess I have a lot to say about the relationships, but those were just, like, some examples of what's coming up. And I have so much more, y'all. But let me just stop right there. Let me just do that and see how this goes. So anyways, let me know if stuff has been coming up with y'all too about relationships, if there is like, so, if y'all are experiencing any type of shifts when it comes to like any type of relationship. It could be between you and your kids, your spouse, your neighbor, humanity in general, that kind of thing. Gosh, okay. I have to share these. I have more to say. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about friendships. Um I had something come up on Facebook, and it was like the Facebook memories, right? And so I clicked on one of them and I looked at I was looking at like the people that were tagged or whatever, and I'm like not even friends with these people anymore. And so like I was just like looking through, and at one point in time I remember I like stopped checking the Facebook memories because like it would hurt my feelings. Like I would be upset about the people who unfriended me, Um and because like I'm like, I care so deeply, I still want to be your friend, why don't you like me, it was like that for me. And but no, now it's just like I'd see them and I'd click through and like, if they had anything new, just see what they're up to. But I was genuinely like, I'm so happy for you, like I really wish you the best, and it looks like you're doing great, and I love that for you. And I don't have to be part of your life um to want that happiness for you, you know? I just think that everybody deserves it, whether or not like we are close friends or not, Like I want strangers to be happy too. Like everybody deserves that. Um and and then I ended up having a couple more conversations. I had a conversation with a friend. I happened to drive by a certain place and I was just like, I kind of wonder if she was there. And sure enough, she was. Um, had a conversation with her. I had somebody reach out to me about somebody, okay, way back in the day, in like in the aughts. I was on DeviantArt. Okay, any other artist, were y'all out there? Somebody found me from DeviantArt. I'm like, oh my gosh, we have not talked in so long. I just and it was just like amazing because after all of these years, like I remembered the person, and I'm like touched that they would think of me after all these years. And like I was just thinking about how the internet was back in those days, and like how simple things felt and how genuine the connections were, and like, thinking about that relationship too, like my relationship with time, and like, the way that things were. I've spent a lot of time mourning and grieving, and I'm just like, oh, I just have so much of it, like especially during Pisces season. Holy cow, y'all. I mean, I was just like crying all the time, and like some of it I was like, I could wasn't even mine, but I pick up on energy so easily. I carry other people's energy, and so I do feel like sometimes when I do go through and I release, and I'm clearing stuff out, it's not just the stuff that I've gone through. It's like the emotions of these other people that I'm releasing for them because they don't have the awareness, or to be able to release that energy on their own, so yeah, anyways, so there's my just stuff on relationships I'm thinking about a lot. So let me know what is going on with relationships with you, like, are you seeing any changes? And yeah, are you feeling any shifts? Like, because I just know there's going to be so much more of the like these energetic shifts are waves, they just keep coming. They're cycles. They're just gonna keep coming. Anyways, that's all for now.